Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we're taking a look at X-Force White Deadpool versus the new and incoming Lady Deadpool uniform. And I'm able to test this because I am on an APK. I'm on the test server provided by Netmarble as part of the Star Agent program. So everything you're seeing is, of course, subject to final changes, and this is not necessarily what we're going to get in-game, but this is usually a pretty close representation. So we're starting off with the White Deadpool uniform, and we're not using his tier 3 skill just because he does way too much damage. So minus his tier 3 skill, we're going to see how much damage I can do to get down to the first half, the first sort of, part of the fight where things sort of change. Proxima decides to throw spears at us, etc. So the main thing to remember with this uniform here for Deadpool is that he's got two all defense down skills. He's got one on 3 and one on 1, besides his tier 3 skill, of course. And then he's got a long iframe on 4. And then he's got the 5th skill. So there we go. It's about 55 seconds. Now, the thing with the White X-Force Deadpool uniform is that he's got really good damage on 4. Well, not really good. He's got some damage on 4 and some damage on 5. So once you stack that all defense down for this existing uniform, once you stack the all defense down from 3 and 1, or from 3, 1, and 6, you basically have two choices. You can either just press 4 and wait for the proc to activate, or you can do 4 cancel 5, hope that the first hit of 4 doesn't trigger your proc, and then go into 5. And usually 5 will trigger your proc because it's got a lot of hits. It's not an iframe, but it does have immunity. Now, I want to get into a little bit of the differences here because these two uniforms are the same in terms of the number of iframes, I believe. But they're different in the sense that they're the same in the sense that they have the same weaknesses and strengths. So Deadpool has his 4th skill, which gives you paralysis at the end, and it also gives you a buff, 6% crit rate, 15% all attack, all speed. That's pretty good. It's only for 5 seconds, though. Keep that in mind. But because it's a full iframe, the boss is not going to move while you're doing your 4th skill. So a lot of the time, you're actually going to want to stay in your 4th skill and try to proc on 4, because if you cancel 4 into 5, 5's not an iframe. It does have immunity, but it's not an iframe. So if you cancel 4 into 5, and then the boss in between, like during your 5th skill, if your boss iframes, if they just dip, if they just take a hike, you lose all the damage. That doesn't happen as often against Proxima because she basically only has one iframe where she jumps up in the air, but it happens a lot more often against Thanos and Corvus Glaive, who are the other bosses that Deadpool can do as a physical attacking character. So it's important to note that when we're now going to compare it to the Lady Deadpool uniform. Now, the big change, of course, with this uniform, they did change around the 2nd skill. They changed around the sort of the animation, and they did change around the 3rd skill a little bit. But the really big change here, because 5 is exactly the same, the really big change here is 4. Now, it gives you the paralysis. It gives you all of the other stuff. It gives you the buff, the same buff for 5 seconds, but the big change is that there's all defense down now on the 4th skill for 10 seconds. So I would argue that this new rotation, or this new change, means that you don't necessarily have to do 3 and 1 anymore, because 1 only stacks to minus 50, but 4 stacks to minus 55, and that's for 10 seconds. So you could do 4, proc, and then you could do 5, and then you could go back to 4. Or you could do 4, and then 3, 1, and 2, just to charge up your tier 3 skill, and then 5, and then cancel that into 4. Now, 18, 16 is what he's got with this new uniform. Is it still 18, 16 here? 16, 18. Okay, it seems to be the same here. 12, 7, and 7. Let's just double check this really quickly before we dive into some action. Oh, 8, 12. Okay, so they added 1 second to his 2nd skill. Her 2nd skill. Now let's see how Lady Deadpool does against the same Proxima stage. So here we go. I'm not 100% familiar with how to play as this Deadpool, but we're going to start with just the 4th skill, and we're going to see if we proc on 4, how much damage it does. Okay, there's the explosion with the all defense down. Not the greatest damage, okay. Let's try 4 again here. Let's see. We got a little bit of all defense down from... Okay, we didn't even proc at all. Okay, so it seems to me that contrary to what I was thinking, you're going to want to use the 4th skill after the proc, not before it. Like, you're going to want to do that, and it's a bit awkward, no doubt. It's a bit awkward, but I think this is the better way of doing things because the wind-up on it is actually pretty long. Now, this is kind of smooth. It's not... It's super awkward. I will say it's super awkward because we're not used to Deadpool playing like this. But yeah, you can see... Yeah, it's just like there's not a lot of hits at the beginning. I really thought the 4th skill had more hits at the beginning. But I think once you come out of the... it's pretty much the same time. I think once you come out of the darkness, I think once the darkness ends, you can cancel the skill and still get the explosions. Now, we're playing this, by the way, with Mysterio and Corvus because we don't want any buffs. Deadpool's just way too strong at this low of a stage with all defense down and no striker. Like, he's gonna kill Proximor. He's gonna just do too much damage. The all defense down really skews things. So we're just trying to see what the base damage is of the skills because his 6th skill is unchanged. But I'm a little bit, let's see here. Okay. Let's do 3, 5, and then let's see if we do 4. But we can't cancel 4 fast enough, right? Yeah. We can't cancel 4 fast enough, so let's do this. Let's do this, and then what are we gonna do? We're gonna do 4 again and just skip 5? There we go. But I mean, you have to get so lucky not to proc on some of those skills, right? How are you gonna get that lucky and not proc on those skills? Plus, it's delaying all of your... Yeah, I mean... It's just kind of awkward. It seems to be more consistent, maybe, but it also seems kind of awkward because then, yeah, see what happens here? It procs on 5, or it procs on 4. So that was faster. That was faster, and I think it's faster because you're applying the all defense down a bit more consistently. But his 4th skill, it's not a lot of hits. His 4th, well, her 4th skill, Lady Deadpool's 4th skill, doesn't have a lot of hits. So we're using a CTP of energy, by the way, here, guys. So we want the chain hit damage, but it feels like the 4th skill has fewer hits now than it used to, and it seems like all of the hits are sort of at the end of the skill. So we start off with 3, we bat up into the air, we get the all defense down, we proc on 5, yada yada yada. We go right into 4. Let's see, with 3 seconds left, maybe this will work better. We get the explosions there. And then we proc on 5. Okay, yeah. But see, this is where you would incorporate the tier 3 skill, I guess, right? There's the explosions. There's the proc. Okay, man, this is awkward. This does not feel Deadpool at all. We procced early there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. We check this out. We go here, and let's see. How many hits are on this thing? Okay. Yeah, it's so slow at the beginning. You get a lot of hits at the end. There's like a little kick. 24 hits, but the hits are really slow at the beginning. At the beginning, it's like da 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 da. Okay, let's see here. 1. See, this one, the hits rack up so much faster. And it's more hits. It's less damage, but it seems like it's way more hits. So that's kind of a problem because, again, a lot of people have a CTP of energy on Deadpool or Lady Deadpool or X-Force Deadpool or whatever. So you're going to be relying more on the chain hit damage, but it seems like it's a lot harder to do that. So my mind, my intuition is screaming out, yo, dude, find a new rotation for Deadpool. But I don't know what that rotation would be, to be honest with you. Is it hype? Yo, is it if you're asking me, is it hype that Deadpool got all defense down on a new skill? Yeah, it's definitely hype. But I can't figure out how to use it. That's the thing. If I can't figure out how to use it, how am I going to abuse it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we going to take advantage of this for actual gameplay? This might be a uniform that you just pass up on. Like, crazy, you know? It's 10% guaranteed dodge is the only real benefit besides the all defense down. But if you just open with 4, like, this damage is not that good to proc on, is it? No, it's not bad. Okay. Can we just ignore 5 then and just go... Maybe we just ignore... Okay, maybe we just ignore 5. Okay. Maybe we just die. Can we just ignore 5? Oh, okay, so maybe we proc on 4 after we've stacked all this all defense down. But you gotta get super lucky, because see, if you don't trigger the proc with those first few hits, then what do you do? Yeah, like, what do you do after that? Okay. I like the third skill. I really like the new third skill. Maybe you proc on 4. Okay. Maybe you proc on 4, yeah. Oh, we just procced on 5 by accident. Okay, okay. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Yo, like, part of me feels like Deadpool's new rotation is more consistent, but at the same time, it feels more, like, awkward, kind of. So I like the 3 cancel 4 combo. You see that combo there? I like that. I really do like that. But there's not a lot of time for 5, straight up. Like, there's not a lot of time to do the other skills. Because 4 takes as long now, if not longer. Right? So there's just not a lot of time to get all that, to cash in all that 5th skill damage. Like, tell me when is there time to do 5? You guys have seen this rotation? When was there time for me to do 5? Like, I'm canceling 5 into 4. Now, of course, you would want to use the tier 3 skill as well, so it does change around the rotation a little bit. But, you know, for those of you that out there that have... See, I just procced accidentally on 2. What the hell was that? There's no way. It's like the proc is drifting because I don't have enough time to get all these skills in. This seems worse now. Proccing on 4 seemed sexy, but now it seems worse. This is a head scratcher, man. Like... Again, part of me is like, yo, this is more consistent. This seems better. The damage seems better. There's all defense down on an extra skill, but like when you get the 3 cancel 4 combo, it's nice. It's like a bar of damage easy, but I can't really do anything other than 3 and 4. It's just so tight. You need max attack speed, maybe? Hey, yo, let me ask you something. When was the last time you guys saw Gamora as a leadership in Marvel Future Fight? First character that came to mind that has the all attack speed leadership. Like, look at that. That's nice. That was nice, right? But I don't know about this 4th skill. Maybe it doesn't get canceled. Maybe that's why it's better. She gets so far away though. It's the 4th skill is really cool how it like dices forward and stuff. But I don't know. Is it better? Is it more consistent? I don't even know. I'm trying to do this 3 cancel 4 combo. It doesn't seem to be that consistent though. I mean, it's that was looking really nice at first. Yeah, see, 3 gets canceled. You guys see that? 3 got canceled again. If you're too far away, there's no range on the 3rd skill. That's mad annoying. So yeah, I mean, listen, I love the 3rd skill. I like the new 4th skill because it doesn't destroy your ears and because it looks really cool. And I like the all defense down. But man, like, this is awkward. Is it just me? It seems more consistent, but it seems awkward. The skill's called perfect precision. Are you sure? I'm not so sure that this is perfect precision. Let me know what you guys think of Lady Deadpool. Have you seen any other content creators make videos about her? Do you have a better rotation, or are you getting the same sort of consensus from other people? This is a kind of a question mark for me at this point. I can't say that this is a uniform you should absolutely avoid, but I also can't say this is a uniform you absolutely must buy unless you don't have a uniform for Deadpool at all. But yeah, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.